Hello, John from Bang Olufsen in Manchester, and I've got something new to show you. It's the new third generation H9 over here, noise cancelling glorious headphones. So, just to be clear, first came the Beoplay H9, which was the first version, and then you got the Beoplay H9i, which was the new improved version, which I own and are glorious. But now we've gone to the third generation, they've dropped the I and it's gone back to H9. Confused? No, of course you're not, because you're clever and you're following me, and we're going to get on with the review. So let's have a look at these bad boys and see what's changed. So from launch they will be available in the matte black and the Aguila Bright, which is this brassy, bronzy, grey, lovely colour. Whatever takes your fancy really. I'm sure there will be more colours, as they normally do seasonal colours, so more colours I'm sure will follow. The battery has been replaced with a non-removable battery, but on the flip side of that, the advantage is it's now a 1110 milliamp hour. So you will get up to 25 hours with Bluetooth and noise cancelling activated, up to 32 hours with only Bluetooth, and up to 33 hours with only ANC using a cabled connection. Charging time to get a full charge from empty should take about 2.5 hours, and it's all dealt with via a USB-C. Yay! It's 40mm electrodynamic driver with a frequency range of 20 Hz all the way up to 22 kHz. What else have we got? We've got a new dedicated button for Google Assistant, which we will go into shortly. I'll give you a little rundown on that, which is very, very cool. And there's a new slide button, and we'll go through the differences of the old H9i. So you've got active noise cancellation, transparency modes, dual device connectivity, so you can connect up to 2 devices at the same time, and it's supported by obviously the Bang Olufsen app, where you can do software upgrades. You can change the sound settings, which again we'll look at in a minute. I know it's going to get some stick, I'll get the usual comments, and it's not my fault, but yes, they are still Bluetooth 4.2. The Bluetooth 4.2, I don't have a problem with Bluetooth 4.2, but I understand it can be a bit frustrating if you've got a device that supports Bluetooth 5. And I know I'll get the usual comments, why is it not Bluetooth 5? Oh, big fail on Bang Olufsen's part, it's not Bluetooth 5. I know, it's not my fault, don't shout at me. I didn't design them, so yes, they're not Bluetooth 5. If that bothers you, fine. But say personally, I don't have a problem with it. Bluetooth 4.2 works absolutely fine for me. But yeah, each to their own. Sound codecs, it will deal with aptX, LL, CVC, AAC and SBC. You've obviously got the Bluetooth, a 3.5mm mini jack with the included 1.2 meter cable that comes in the box. You'll get a flight adapter in the box if you're using them on an airplane, the usual soft carrying pouch, and your safety important information and guide and all that sort of stuff. So there you go, that's the specs. Let's have a look at the difference between the new H9 3rd Gen and the H9i's. So on the left here are the H9i, and this is the new 3rd generation H9. So you can see that the finish has been changed slightly. This is more of a matte, almost a gunmetal grey, whereas this is the silver. The headband has been improved on the 3rd generation, so the headband is a little bit more squashy for extra comfort, especially at the top there where it touches the top of your head. So on the right ear pad of both, this is where the touch controls are. So the touch controls remain largely the same, so you move your finger around for volume, you swipe left and right for track, and then you've got up and down for transparency mode and noise cancellation to turn them on and off. So they both still have the same features there, but on the new H9 3rd Gen, you see, I think the right word is chamfer, which is a lovely word. You've got this lovely chamfer which pronounces the volume control a little bit better than on the H9i. So some people do struggle with these controls. It does become second nature after you've owned them for a little while, but these ones you can feel with the tip of your finger a little bit better than this one, so the volume control has been improved slightly. They've also improved the padding ever so slightly on the new H9 3rd Gen over the H9i, so again it's a big emphasis on comfort. They've tried to make them even more comfortable than the older version. And then on the left side, again largely the same, you've got this lovely chamfer again, although that's just for aesthetics. And you've got, this is where the Google Assistant button lives, so that you can activate the Google Assistant on your phone, and that's really cool because it works even when your phone is locked and it can be away in your pocket. You can fire instructions at it, ask it to play music, ask about your day, your calendar, control smart home devices, so I can control my lights from home just by talking to the headphones, because it's all linked to my Google account. You can ask it the weather, traffic directions, things like that, which is really cool, which we'll go into a bit more in a minute. Other improvements are the noise cancellation has apparently been improved with the new H9, although I've got to say the H9i's noise cancellation is still pretty good. But I will say on the H9, testing them in the shop, I had Ian, good old boss man Ian, and Jenny having a chat up at the other end of the shop with another chap, and I had the background music going on a Biosound Edge and a BioPlay A9. I popped these on, popped the noise cancellation on, and immediately that noise was cut down to almost nothing. I could just hear a little bit of the low frequency from the voices. I couldn't really hear much of the music, but as soon as the music started in my headphones and I started listening, all of that noise was completely gone. The noise cancellation is fantastic. I think probably, yes, I can probably see the improvement. It is a slight improvement over the H9i, because the H9i's noise cancellation is very, very good. But these are ever so slightly better, which is only a good thing. Just like H9i, H9 3rd Gen does have removable ear cushions, so they just twist and come away. So if these do get worn or a bit nasty, or you rip the fabric or anything like that, these can be ordered as spares and replaced, just like the H9i. So as I mentioned before, H9i does have a removable battery which lives underneath this, so this just twists and comes off, which is kind of awkward. You're going to have to take my word for it because it's horrible. There we go. So that's where the battery lives on the H9i, and that does come out, so that can be replaced. But that was a 770 milliamp hour battery. The new version is not a removable battery, but it's a much bigger battery, so you get much better battery life out of the new 3rd generation. So I suppose you'd like to know what I think they sound like. I've been doing some listening, and my first initial impression, I loaded up on Melancholy Hill by Gorillaz, which is one of my favourite test tracks, because it's got very deep bass, and on lesser headphones that can become very clouded and very sort of boomy at the bottom end. These have extraordinarily deep bass, very, very powerful, so if you're a bass head you're going to love these things. But I forgive them for that. It's not my usual taste, but I forgive them because it doesn't colour the rest of the sound. The mid-range remains very forward, very natural, and the treble was nice and silky smooth, there was no sibilance. So all in all, it's a very well balanced sound, even though they do lean a little bit towards the bass frequencies, but they still did a good job. And don't get me wrong, they're very entertaining to listen to with bass heavy music. If that's your bag, you're going to love these things. But they can also be subtle, so they are very detailed when you listen to not bass heavy music. I've been listening to a bit of Pink Floyd and Muse and ELO and Supertramp and all the classic stuff, and the detail is all still there. The left-right spread is very good, so you get very good open imaging, and it's not coloured in any way. You've certainly got that lovely smooth Bang & Olufsen signature sound that's quite faithful to the original recording. So I was very, very pleased with the sound. Now I own the H9i, so I'm not overly upset that I've got those and there's a new version out and I really need to upgrade. So if you've already got H9i, they're still fantastic. I still love mine. But if you're in the market for new ones, then H9 3rd Gen are a very worthy upgrade to the old ones, I must say. The added Google Assistant is an excellent feature. I didn't think I'd like it, but I think I would use that all the time. I think that's really cool. I like the new chamfered edges, so you can feel with your fingertip where the volume control is a bit easier when they're on your head. You've still got the same premium materials. There's a bit more comfort with this extra padding on the top of the headband, so you don't get that pressure on the top. So yeah, I'm very, very impressed. Oh, and one thing I will notice with the noise cancellation on my H9i, when I listen to noise cancellation, There is a remarkable difference in sound quality. I prefer to listen to them with the noise cancellation off unless I'm in a noisy environment. These ones, the difference was less so. So when I turned the noise cancellation on and off, the sound quality didn't really suffer very much at all, whether it was quiet environment or not. So the noise cancellation has been a big improvement. So if you're after something for noise cancellation alone on aeroplanes or public transport or in an office or whatever, the noise cancellation is absolutely fantastic. So these are definitely worth a listen. They get my seal of approval, absolutely, and they're beautiful. B&O have done it again. So go and have a listen in your local store. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And let me know what you think in the comments. Although I don't need to say that because you will anyway. See, I'm getting rusty because I've not done a video for a while, sorry. You'll see me in the next video. How could I forget that bit?